This is Paul Turner, the immigration barrister at Imperium Chambers. If you have an immigration problem or want to claim asylum, please get in touch and I can and will help as best I can. As this video shows, the Home Office are taking or suggesting even more outrageous attempts to appear tough, as its ability in reality to stop people arriving in the United Kingdom fails spectacularly, as more and more people arrive by small boats. Previously they used to arrive in the back of lorries, so arriving in the United Kingdom isn't perhaps such a shocking thing in itself. It's just the manner in which they arrive is more public. Dominic Raab made the preposterous, in my view, suggestion that those who are crossing the Channel into the United Kingdom could be held in Albania whilst their asylum claims are being processed. It appears that the government may have been caught out lying again, as Albania angrily denies that it could process asylum seekers for the UK. I think Albania said that they're not perhaps the richest country in the world, and they ought not to be used as a dumping ground for what is the United Kingdom's problems. Apparently this is ludicrous and expensive. It has been suggested that to send one asylum seeker to Albania will cost the taxpayer £100,000, will act in a way to reduce the pull factor, which means that people think that they can successfully take advantage of these routes when looking about international partnerships. There is of course no real safe route or method of applying for asylum, so people are compelled to use irregular routes, unfortunately, and the government has shown no willingness to change this. Albania's foreign minister apparently was not best pleased by this suggestion, given that she thought that the article in which they headlined "Migrants to be held in Albania" was actually fake news. This is following the input of the Albanian ambassador, who told the Times that at least 10 times that Albania will never ever agree to this kind of approach regarding migrants coming from France. Qirko, and I've probably pronounced his name wrong improperly, the Albanian ambassador wrote a letter of complaint to the Times newspaper, in which he stated there are no bilateral talks between the Albanian government and the British government regarding processing centres for illegal immigrants who had crossed the Channel by a small boat. Enver Solomon, the chief executive of the Refugee Council, condemned the offshore processing plan as cruel and as likely to be ineffective. This sends a clear message that even if you are in fear of your life, there is nothing that can be done for you in the UK. In any event, this is likely to, if it was to come into force, lead to longer delays, money wasted and even more defective asylum system. And of course we've got to remember that Priti Patel herself said the asylum system is broken. I'm not quite sure that sending people to Albania or to any other offshore island is going to make the asylum process more effective or fair. I'm not quite sure how people are going to get legal representation or advance their claims properly. It seems to me that what's really happening is Boris Johnson is apparently outraged at the failure by the Home Office to actually stop these crossings from France. He might be better advised to think of a way of actually processing the asylum seekers that are in the United Kingdom quickly, as is the government's purported plan, rather than making up these suggestions which are never really going to come into effect, or if they are, they're likely to be found unlawful by the courts. This is just another example of the government talking tough, pandering to its right-wing electorate, because it knows it is failing hopelessly in respect of asylum. The system's broken, it needs to be changed, it needs to be looked at afresh. This is something that seems to be beyond the scope of this particular government, which is sad. Hopefully something will change, hopefully there will be some sort of amnesty, and hopefully the government will look at, if they want to stop irregular crossings, providing a safe way in which people can claim asylum without having to put their lives at risk. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel, and as I say, if you have an immigration problem, please contact me and I'll do my best to help you. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay safe in these dangerous times. This is Paul Turner, the immigration barrister at Imperium Chambers.